The studio lights burn white hot. 300 faces stare forward, phones already out, sensing something electric in the air. The band hits the final note of the theme song. Applause rolls like thunder. But Matt Damon isn't smiling. He walks onto the stage in a charcoal suit, hands loose at his sides, jaw set like granite. Jimmy Kimmel stands to greet him, that famous grin plastered across his face. They shake hands. The audience roars. Flash bulbs pop, but Matt's eyes are cold. Jimmy gestures to the guest chair. Matt sits, the applause fades, and in that silence, something shifts. The temperature drops 10 degrees. A producer in the control booth leans forward, whispering into her headset, "Is he okay?" Jimmy settles into his chair, adjusting his tie, leaning back with the confidence of a man who owns the room. "Matt Damon, everybody!" Finally made it onto the show. Laughter ripples through the crowd. Matt doesn't join in. He's staring at Jimmy like a man staring at a stranger. Jimmy's smile flickers. "Just for a second. So, buddy, I gotta ask. Let's skip the bit, Jimmy." The words land like a hammer. The audience goes quiet. Jimmy blinks, thrown off rhythm for the first time in years. "Skip the... What do you mean?" Matt leans forward, elbows on his knees. His voice is calm. Too calm. I mean the fake feud. The jokes. The apologies to Matt Damon bit. Let's skip all of it. Because tonight, we're gonna have a real conversation. Camera pushes in tight on Jimmy's face. The grin is frozen now. His eyes dart to the teleprompter. Nothing there. No script for this. The studio holds its breath. And somewhere in the back row, someone whispers, "Oh my God, if you think this is already intense, just wait." Don't click away. This gets real. Drop a like if you're ready for the truth. Jimmy forces a laugh, trying to regain control. Okay, I see we're starting strong tonight. Love the energy, Matt. Very method. Matt doesn't smile. He crosses one leg over the other, settling in like a man who came prepared. "You know how long we've been doing this, Jim?" Jimmy shifts. "The feud? I don't know, like 20 years? 20 years, Matt repeats. 2 decades of you bumping me from the show. Making me the punchline. Turning my name into a running gag." The audience laughs nervously. They're not sure if this is part of the act. Jimmy spreads his hands, playing to the crowd. "Come on, man, it's all love. You know that. We've done bits together, music videos, whole episodes. Yeah, we have." Matt's voice cuts through like a blade. And I played along. I smiled, I laughed. I even brought Ben into it. Made it bigger. Made it funnier. Exactly. So what's the problem? Matt tilts his head. "The problem is you never asked if I was okay with it." Silence. Jimmy's mouth opens, closes, opens again. "Matt, you've been on this show a dozen times." "You never said..." "I shouldn't have to say it, Jimmy, that's the point." Camera cuts to the audience. A woman in the third row covers her mouth. A college kid in a Lakers jersey is recording on his phone, eyes wide. Jimmy tries to pivot, leaning forward with forced sincerity. "Look, if I ever crossed a line, I'm sorry, okay? But you gotta admit the whole thing was funny. People loved it. We had fun with it, did we?" Matt's eyes lock onto Jimmy's. "Or did you have fun with it, and I just went along because saying no would have made me the bad guy?" Jimmy's jaw tightens. The studio lights feel too bright now. Guillermo, standing off camera, shifts his weight, sensing danger. Jimmy tries a joke.
"So what, you're here to cancel me?"
"Is that what this is?" Matt doesn't blink. "I'm here to tell you the truth. This is just the beginning. Stay with us. The gloves are about to come off. Comment below if you're Team Matt or Team Jimmy." Jimmy leans back, arms crossed now, defensive. "All right, fine. Let's talk truth. What's really going on here, Matt? Because this feels personal." "It is personal." "Okay, so..." "3 weeks ago," Matt interrupts, voice steady, "you went on a podcast. You told a story about me. About my divorce. About something I told you in private." Jimmy's face pales. Just slightly. "But the camera catches it. That was a funny story, Matt. I didn't think..." You didn't think? Matt's voice rises just a fraction. That's the problem, Jimmy. You didn't think. You took something real, something painful, and you turned it into material. The audience is dead silent now. No phones, no whispers. Just watching. Jimmy uncrosses his arms, leaning forward, trying to recover. Matt, I didn't mean any harm. It was a joke. That's what I do. I tell jokes. At whose expense? The question hangs in the air like smoke. Jimmy shifts. What do you want me to say? That I'm sorry? Fine, I'm sorry. Is that good enough? Matt shakes his head slowly. You don't even know what you're apologizing for. Then tell me. You turned my life into content, Jimmy. You took my pain and made it entertainment. And you didn't ask permission. You didn't call. You just used me. Camera cuts to Guillermo. He's staring at the floor. Jimmy's voice hardens. Okay, so I crossed a line. I get it, but you know what? You're sitting here on my show making me look like the bad guy and I'm supposed to just take it? Yes. The word is a gunshot. Jimmy blinks. Excuse me? Matt stands, not fast. Not aggressive, just done. I've taken it for 20 years, Jim. I think you can handle one night. The audience gasps. Some people start clapping. Others are too shocked to move. Jimmy stands too, voice rising now, desperation creeping in. Matt, come on, man. Sit down, let's talk this out. Don't do this. I'm not doing anything, Jimmy. You did this. I'm just finally telling you how it feels. Camera zooms tight on Jimmy's face. The grin is gone. The mask is cracking, and Matt Damon is just getting started. This is exploding fast. Don't miss what happens next. Hit that subscribe button and buckle up. The worst is yet to come. Jimmy's voice cracks with frustration. Okay, so what do you want from me, Matt? You want me to grovel? You want me to say I'm a terrible person? Is that it? I want you to understand what you did. I told a joke. The studio flinches. Jimmy's voice echoes off the walls. He's losing it. And everyone can see it. Matt doesn't flinch. He stands there, hands in his pockets, calm as stone. No, Jimmy, you told my story. There's a difference. Jimmy steps closer, jabbing a finger toward Matt. You know what your problem is? You can't take a joke anymore. You used to be fun. You used to be cool. Now you're just another Hollywood actor who's too sensitive to handle a little roasting. The audience murmurs. Some people boo. Others cheer. The room is splitting in real time. Matt's voice drops, quiet and lethal. You think this is about sensitivity? This is about respect, something you've forgotten how to give. Jimmy throws his hands up, turning to the audience. Everybody hear that? Matt Damon, the guy who's been in 100 movies, who's worth $200 million, is lecturing me about respect. Matt's jaw tightens. He turns to walk off. Where are you going? Jimmy's voice cracks. You gonna walk out? Prove everyone right that you're a diva? Matt stops. Slowly turns back. His eyes are ice. I'm not a diva, Jimmy. I'm just done being your punchline. Guillermo steps onto the stage, hands up, trying to calm the storm. Guys, maybe we should take a break. Stay out of this. Guillermo, Jimmy snaps. The camera catches Guillermo's face. Hurt. Shocked. He steps back, and the audience reacts with scattered boos. Jimmy doesn't even notice. He's locked on Matt. You think you're better than me? You think because you're Matt Damon you can come on my show and humiliate me? I'm not humiliating you, Jimmy. Matt's voice is eerily calm now. You're doing that to yourself. Jimmy's face goes red. His hands shake. He points at the door. You know what? Get out! Get off my stage! Get out! The audience erupts. Half are on their feet. Some are clapping. Others are yelling. The band doesn't know what to do. Matt doesn't move. He just stares at Jimmy, and for a moment there's something in his eyes. Not anger, sadness. I hope it was worth it, Jim. He turns, unclips his lapel mic. The screech of feedback pierces the air. He places it gently on the guest chair. Then he walks. Not storms. Not runs. Walks. Every step echoes. The exit sign glows red above the door. The audience is a cacophony of noise, shouting, clapping, gasping, and Jimmy Kimmel stands there, Mic in hand, chest heaving, watching his best fake enemy become his real one. The door closes. Silence. Then, chaos. That just happened. If your jaw is on the floor, smash that like button. Comment if you think Matt was right, or if he went too far. Either way, you need to see the fallout. The door clicks shut behind Matt Damon. The studio sits frozen, suspended in disbelief. Jimmy stands center stage alone, staring at the empty guest chair like it's a ghost. Someone in the audience starts clapping. Then another. Then 10 more. But it's not universal. Half the room is silent, shocked, unsure what they just witnessed. A producer rushes onto the stage, whispering frantically into Jimmy's ear. He waves her off, stepping toward the camera with a forced smile. Well, that happened. Nobody laughs, he tries again. Guess we really did run out of time this time, huh? Still nothing. The joke dies in the air. Guillermo walks off camera without a word. The band leader looks to the producer, who frantically signals to start playing. The music kicks in, awkward and too loud. Jimmy stands there, tie loosened, hair disheveled, and for the first time in his career, he has no idea what to say. Camera cuts to the hallway outside. Matt pushes through the exit door into the cool Los Angeles night. Paparazzi are already waiting, cameras flashing like lightning. Matt! Matt, what happened in there? He doesn't stop. Doesn't look back. Just climbs into a black SUV and disappears into the night. Back in the studio, the audience is filing out, buzzing with energy. Phones are already uploading clips to Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Within minutes, their Matt Damon walkout is trending worldwide. A woman in the third row posts, "I was there. This was real. Jimmy lost control." A guy in a Celtics jersey tweets, "Matt Damon is a legend." Finally, someone stood up to Kimmel, but others disagree. Matt was out of line. It's just comedy. Grow up. The internet is tearing itself apart, and it's only been 10 minutes. Inside his dressing room, Jimmy sits with his head in his hands. His publicist is on 3 phones at once. The network executives are in emergency meetings. Legal is reviewing footage. Jimmy's phone buzzes. A text from Ben Affleck. "You okay, man?" He doesn't respond. He just stares at the mirror, at his own reflection, and for the first time in years, he doesn't recognize the person staring back. Outside the studio, TMZ already has the clip. Entertainment Tonight is calling for comment. Good Morning America is prepping a segment for the morning. And Matt Damon, he's at home with his family, phone on silent, finally at peace. The joke's over. And this time, nobody's laughing. This story is everywhere. Are you keeping up? Subscribe so you don't miss the aftermath, because this is only the beginning. By sunrise, the world has chosen sides. Good Morning America opens with the clip. Robin Roberts watches it, then turns to the camera, her expression grave. That was uncomfortable to watch. And we have to ask, where's the line between comedy and cruelty? Michael Strahan nods. I've been roasted before. We all have. But there's a difference between a roast and disrespect. On The View, Whoopi Goldberg weighs in. Look, I love Jimmy, but if Matt felt disrespected, that's valid. You don't get to tell someone how to feel about their own life being used for laughs. Joy Behar disagrees. Oh, please. It's comedy. Comedians push boundaries. That's the job. The panel erupts. The debate rages. And America is watching. Twitter is a war zone. Team Matt all the way. Finally, someone with a backbone. Jimmy made Matt famous with that bit. Ungrateful much? Friendship isn't content. Respect matters. Cancel culture is out of control. It was a joke. Ben Affleck posts a photo on Instagram. It's him and Matt from 20 years ago, arms around each other laughing. The caption reads, "Real ones know." The post gets 5 million likes in 2 hours. Jimmy's camp releases a statement. Jimmy Kimmel has the utmost respect for Matt Damon. Last night's exchange was unexpected, and we hope to resolve things privately. Matt's team responds an hour later. Matt has no further comment. He stands by what he said. The silence is deafening. Late-night hosts scramble. Colbert makes a joke, but it lands flat. Fallon avoids the topic entirely. Seth Meyers tries to be diplomatic. I think we all need to remember these are real people, with real feelings, and sometimes the bit stops being funny. Clip compilations flood YouTube. Every time Jimmy roasted Matt Damon, millions of views. Comment sections brutal. Guillermo breaks his silence in a rare interview. I love both of them. But I'll say this, I've never seen Matt that upset. And I've never seen Jimmy that lost. The reckoning has begun, and nobody knows how it ends. The internet is on fire. Are you Team Matt or Team Jimmy? Comment below and let us know. And subscribe, because this story is far from over. The lights dim on an empty stage. The audience is gone. The cameras are off. And somewhere in Los Angeles, two men sit in separate rooms staring at their phones, wondering what comes next. But maybe the question isn't what comes next. Maybe it's what we learned. For 20 years we laughed. We clapped. We shared the videos. We loved the bit. And we never once asked if the person at the center of the joke was okay with it. Comedy is powerful. It connects us. It heals us. It makes the unbearable bearable. But comedy without consent? That's not a joke. That's just cruelty dressed up in a punchline. Matt Damon didn't walk off that stage because he's sensitive. He walked off because he finally chose himself over the bit. He chose dignity over applause. And maybe, just maybe, that's the bravest thing any of us can do. Jimmy Kimmel isn't a villain. He's a comedian who forgot that behind every laugh is a person. And sometimes when you push too far, the person pushes back. So where do we go from here? Maybe we start asking permission before we make someone the punchline. Maybe we remember that respect isn't negotiable. Maybe we realize that friendship, real friendship, doesn't survive on stage lights and ratings. And maybe, just maybe, we learn that the kindest thing you can do is know when to stop laughing. The screen fades to black. A single question appears. Where do you draw the line? If this story made you think, drop a comment below. Tell us where you stand. And if you believe respect matters more than ratings, hit that subscribe button. Because the conversation isn't over and it's just beginning.